Cheers and salutations. Welcome one and all to Chicago Reacts. My name is Kit. Welcome one and all. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe and hit that ring bell notification. That way all of you are made aware when we upload new content upon our YouTube channel. And today, we got ourselves a fun video to check out. It is titled, I Ate at Every Rainforest Cafe in the Country. I'm proud to say I've never been to the Rainforest Cafe. I know there was one here in Chicago. I don't think it's around here anymore. I remember that there used to be a Planet Hollywood where that Rainforest Cafe used to be. And I was at Planet Hollywood. I remember visiting. Hey, shout out to the original people out there. People who've been to Planet Hollywood. You remember that? Remember how much fun that used to be? I do. I remember. Innocent times. But as always, first let's give a shout out to the person who made this video. I ate at every Rainforest Cafe in the country. It's by Eddy Burback. So look, folks, we do this for all the channels here, for all the videos we react to. You hip cool cats, please do the right thing, the correct thing. Please support the original content creator. That link is in the description box below. So be good people and support the original content creator, okay? Because it's the right thing to do. So there you go. And since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready to play this video in a 3, a 2, a 1.
So, you clicked on the video thinking, is this guy actually gonna go to every Rainforest Cafe in the country? Technically, that title is a lie. I'm going to every Rainforest Cafe in the country and Canada! The Rainforest Cafe. Home of a lot of weird animatronic animals and monkey noises. The Rainforest Cafe is self-described as a jungle-themed restaurant that was originally created in 1994 at the Mall of America by Steven Schussler. If you know of the Rainforest Cafe, you probably know of it because there was one in your mall near your hometown that has probably since closed. But there are 18 locations left currently in the U.S. and Canada.
Oh, the one still in Chicago's still here. Huh, man, I'm just getting senile and I forget about it. You know, the older you get, the more you forget.
Canada. But you're probably asking yourself, why would I do this? My friend Ted, also a YouTuber, Ted asked me if I would be willing to go on a 3-week road trip to hit every single Rainforest Cafe in the country and Canada. So obviously, my response was, Ted, that is quite possibly the stupidest idea for a trip I have ever heard in my life, and I am in. So it is currently Wednesday, May 25th, 2022, and I am about to embark on the greatest journey of my entire life. I should also mention there are a couple of challenges to this road trip. One, we can only travel depending on when Rainforest Cafes open and close at that specific location. And two, I have only been to a Rainforest Cafe maybe once in my life. And to
0 times for yours truly. Never been to one. If you've been to a Rainforest Cafe, tell me what it's like. Was it a great experience, or did you have a bathroom emergency, or was it just mediocre?
Extra challenge myself. I have not looked at the menu for Rainforest Cafe before starting this trip. So today I will find out what my options are looking like for the next 3 weeks of my life. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. So the first Rainforest Cafe we thought was in Los Angeles, but it's actually right here in Ontario, California. And just like that, with a group of friends, we were off. And as we got closer, my excitement grew. Walking up to that mall and seeing that beautiful sign with running water. The Rainforest Cafe. Don't zoom out. Don't zoom out, because then you could just see most of it's a blank wall. And they just made a little tiny sign in a big wall. So we got everybody together. We walked in, and there it was. The first Rainforest Cafe out of 18. Oh boy, it was something. Monkeys everywhere. so many. I cannot stress how many vines there are in this restaurant. As we walked in, we noticed these large aquarium pillars that seem to be missing. It's an important aspect of an aquarium. I'm trying to remember.
You need fish.
What it's called. Oh, fish.
Yeah, fish.
There's no fish.
Where's
There's
the
a bunch
fish?
of bubbles. But as we were seated, there was only one thing on my mind, the menu. I still hadn't seen the menu, and I couldn't have guessed the things I would read next. We started easy with something like the Rainforest burger. Okay, I understand that. Rasta pasta. All right. And then we get stuff like Iggy's Piggy Sandwich or Mojo Bones. And it really started to hit me that these were some of my only meal options for the next 21 days. Whether I liked it or not, Mojo Bones were on the menu. So we ordered some drinks and had some fun. I got the fried fish tacos. Okay. Here they are. They were all right. And as we ate, I did not know that Rainforest Cafe has thunderstorms. Yep, those thunderstorms, I believe, happen every 20 minutes. And I will be at Rainforest Cafe a lot. So I will experience these every 20 minutes, most days.
No.
And finally, I made a stop in the bathroom. And
yes, of course. You definitely want to go to the bathroom. Why do I have a feeling that none of that food would go well with my guts?
I could not have guessed what would happen when I walked through that little King of the Jungle door. A full safari surrounding the urinals and urinal cakes. Birds staring at me pee. Watching.
Listen, folks. You could be creative in the comments section below, but you could ask, you could type in there, like, there's no such thing as a wrong answer, but how is that piece of paper sticking to the wall? There ain't a wrong answer here, folks. Isn't that pretty depressing? I mean, probably the most PG version would be, somebody stuck some gum to it and stuck it to the wall. That's the only PG version I could think of why it's stuck to the wall. Okay, maybe someone got some tape and did that, but then there's other things that could have been used. Other material. But I won't say it on this channel, folks. Look, 2023 was a crazy year. 2024 is already starting to become a little questionable in my book. Here we go.
Judging. I couldn't escape the rainforest even if I tried. I was like Robin Williams in Jumanji. Now, if the only Jumanji you've seen is the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart, I totally understand. It's sort of a similar scenario, but in the Robin Williams one, he's a boy and his dad owns a shoe factory and he accidentally gets one of the best workers fired. And then that night he plays Jumanji and gets trapped in the board game in the jungle for so long that boy grows into a wild Robin Williams. So that's the reference.
That's the best Jumanji movie, and nothing against the new ones, but this one was actually a really good film. Very good stuff. By the way, who remembers the cartoon, especially that opening? That opening was always classic.
Didn't understand. Anyways, sorry. That was it for day one, and we drove home. On that drive, I started to mentally prep for the journey that was about to begin. So it's the morning of. It's really starting to hit me that I'm gonna be on the road for 3 weeks. And then I think, like, why am I gonna be on the road for 3 weeks? To go to every Rainforest Cafe in the country. And somebody might say, oh, that sounds fun. You know, 3 weeks of travel on the road with your girlfriend, seeing the whole country. No, not my girlfriend, Ted. So I said my goodbyes to Chrissy, and Ted and I hit the road. 21
best friends forever. Shout out to his girlfriend for being understanding.
Days, 18 rainforest cafes, and a whole lot of miles. The plan for the day is LA to Phoenix, where we eat at our first rainforest cafe. Then we drive a little bit more to Tucson to stay for the night. But on the road, tragedy struck. I like to hydrate, maybe a little too much, and my body wasn't exactly in road trip mode yet. So I had a little bit of an emergency.
So we stopped because I needed to emergency pee, or I was gonna piss myself. In layman,
that's where you need to have like a Gatorade bottle, okay? All right. For those who know, sometimes you just can't stop, right? That's where you you don't you get a Gatorade bottle to drink, and then you buy 2 more, you empty those out, okay? But those are like for reserves, okay? Because you gotta be careful out there, folks. Just a thing. A Gatorade bottle is a lifesaver. Trust me on it. You're gonna want an empty Gatorade, perhaps maybe 3, just in case, because you never know. You never know. Those that know.
Turns I was gonna piss my little pants like a little baby boy. So we got to the gas station here. They don't have a bathroom. There's a Jack in the Box, luckily for me, right next to it, locked. So I went in that bar and grill.
After almost wetting my pants like a little baby boy, we continued to Phoenix and made it just on time. There it was in the beautiful Phoenix sun, our second Rainforest Cafe. But
all judging Gorilla.
Very quickly, a word from our sponsor, SeatGeek. If you don't already know, SeatGeek is a ticketing app that allows you to buy tickets for major events on your phone. It's an app. How hard is an app to figure out? You buy tickets on your phone. This shouldn't be complicated for you by now. And it is now the summer, so if you're not busy going to every Rainforest Cafe in America and Canada, you can go to all of the concerts that are happening right now. Kendrick's about to be on tour. SeatGeek also wanted me to tell you that they want to make sure you get a good deal. So when you're on the app, look for green dots. Green dots mean good deal. Red means bad. So use code Eddy for $20 off your tickets on SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase using code Eddy. You can click the link in the description below to download the app. Now back to the video. It was again in a mall that looked identical to the one before. The last one was in Ontario Mills, and this was Arizona Mills. A lot of the Rainforest Cafes are in identical malls that are a place and then mills after it. Walked in, still no fish, just a bunch of bubbles again, and we were seated next to 2 elephant animatronics, and they were loud.
It's kind of funny because it's like...
At the Phoenix...
I don't have the stomach for that.
Rainforest Cafe, everything happens to be loud, including the thunderstorms. I forgot to mention that yesterday there were 4 thunderstorms while we ate. I'm going to keep a total Rainforest Cafe thunderstorm counter just to make sure we don't miss any. So there were 4 yesterday and 3 during this meal. So we're at a total of 7 thunderstorms already. I ordered the Rainforest burger, and it was a chain burger, like getting a burger at Applebee's. It was about a 5 out of 10. And the fries were actually pretty good. Ted got an appetizer that was a mozzarella flatbread with arugula, and for Rainforest Cafe, this was awesome. If I got this at a nicer restaurant, I would not think so. But for Rainforest Cafe, this is the best thing I've had so far. You know, it was really nice to enjoy a quiet meal at the Rainforest. So we paid and left and made it over to Tucson to sleep for the night, exhausted after a first day. So after the Phoenix Rainforest Cafe, there is not a Rainforest Cafe until Texas, where there are 4. Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and Galveston, or Galveston. I don't know how to pronounce your place. So we split the drive up into 2 days, first driving to camp near White Sands National Park in New Mexico. We showed up and got this camping spot. I could not believe how beautiful this place was.
That's
it was
actually
so
pretty
cool
nice
to camp here. Then the next morning, we headed on a 10-hour drive all the way to Dallas. But first, we stopped at White Sands National Park. Look how pretty it is. Okay, that's enough. But more importantly, we stopped at the world's largest pistachio. Look at how big this nut is.
A beautiful nut.
As we moved into Dallas for Rainforest Cafe number 3, I started to become very confused with the quality of Rainforest Cafes in this state. Because getting to Grapevine Mills, yes, it was in another mall similar to the ones before, I was shocked to find that there were people there, and they were enjoying themselves. They also had fish? Something
Hey, all right. Texas does it right. Shout out to our Texas audience. There you go. Texas, you did it.
Mysterious and possibly illegal was going on here, and I was sure of it. I got a Rainforest burger again so I could directly compare it to the one in Phoenix. The Phoenix one was just okay, and this one was pretty good. What is going on? The next day, we moved through to San Antonio to eat at a Rainforest.
Probably depends on the chef, you know? Really depends on the chef. If the chef loves his job, he's going to do a great job. If it's not, yeah, whatever.
Cafe with some friends, and this one was cool. It was on a river walk in the middle of the city. I don't understand. So this Rainforest Cafe is like actually a cool spot to eat. That doesn't really make sense to me. I'm supposed to be in a mall and depressed. I got the turkey club there, and after multiple days of Rainforest Cafe and camping food, it was really good and fresh, and I liked it. No. So our plan of moving through Texas was going great. We were on our way to Houston until the truck started to make this noise.
Oh. By the way, I just noticed. I'm trying to make sure that the lights don't really screw up too much, because I noticed that my reflection is starting to look like black, like squiggly, like light. Don't worry, folks. I'm not becoming possessed by any demons.
Fuck. So the next morning, I got some well-needed rest as Ted waited at 8 a.m. in a Midas in Austin, Texas. And in that Midas, they decided to play Saving Private Ryan at full volume. And after the movie, Ted went outside to make a phone call and also update me. And when he came back in, they were playing Saving Private Ryan again. But the car got fixed in a timely manner, and we were...
It's been a while since I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I haven't seen that film in a long time. And you know what other movie I haven't seen, but I'm hesitant to watch it? The Hurt Locker. I mean, I know it's good. People said it, but it's just for... I don't know. I've never had the ability to really kind of sit down and watch the film. So, I don't know. Give me your thoughts on it. Hurt Locker. Is it good? I'm probably never going to watch it because of many reasons, but yeah. But it's not dumbing down the movie. It's just I believe the reviews too. I think they're great. Everyone that's told me they've seen it think it's great. It's just I don't know. I'm not all in.
On our way to Katy Mills in Katy, Texas, just outside of Houston. Oh, I also forgot to mention that we went to the Alveus Sanctuary. Maya showed us around. This place is so cool. I got to hold a snake. I got to hold a bird. I got to pet an emu. What the?
Give respect to the emu, man, because those are the closest thing to dinosaurs or things that will look like dinosaurs on our planet. Plus, they won the emu war. All right, so give respect. Give a lot of respect.
Thank you, Maya, for having us. This was so cool. If you guys want to donate to Alveus, I put the link in the description down below. All right, back to the trip. And after a stressful day of worrying about the truck, I will be honest, this Rainforest Cafe broke me. I was exhausted after 5 days of travel. And
Cheesecake Factory. There you go. I saw it up there.
This was probably the most depressing Rainforest Cafe we'd been to. Look at the mouth on this elephant. Look at it. Don't look away. Don't skip. Look at it. I got the Creole mac and cheese, and while it looks pretty good, it was so rich and filling and creamy that I could only get through a couple of bites, and I felt terrible about wasting this food.
Right now, I am at a low energy-wise, mental health-wise. This guy's judging me for it. This guy's got his nipples out. I don't even know what this guy's doing.
So we headed back to the hotel, and I was just sad and panicking that I had only gotten 5 days done, and we had so many more to go.
Do I look like I've been on the road too much to you?
It's okay.
So my Katy Mills experience was a bit depressing, but I had no idea what was in store for me tomorrow.
Okay, day 6. I'm tiny in this frame. We are about 26 minutes away from Galveston, Texas, which I believe is like an island town and pretty touristy.
Ted and I were very excited on the way to Galveston because we had heard that it was the best Rainforest Cafe. But nothing could have prepped me for the absolute gold standard this restaurant was. This Rainforest Cafe was a full waterfall volcano building directly on the beach. And it did in fact have a separate building next to it for a ride. Say goodbye to the boring Rainforest Cafe malls. This palace stood on its own, not connected to a
Wait.
Cafe malls. This palace stood on its own.
Look at that. Even the gorilla looks even happier. All of them look happy. I mean, they look really, really happy.
Oh, not connected to a Wetzel's Pretzels or a lid store where in 2011 they sold so many flat brim caps with superhero logos. And unlike Katie Mills, I was feeling amazing. So I ordered one of their ices in their souvenir cups so I could get a little cup with Cha-Cha the tree frog on top. Ted and I started having the best time of our lives. They had better mozzarella sticks as an appetizer. Everyone in there was happy, and I was happy enough that I ordered the most embarrassing thing to say on the menu, and I did say all of this out loud. Hello, I would like the Iggy's Piggy sandwich, please.
Yes,
serve it to me in a trough and give me a little pig nose so I can oink while I scarf it down like a hog. The sandwich was pretty damn good. I think there was a little too much meat. Iggy's sandwich was just a tad too much piggy, but other than the turkey club, this is probably the best thing that I've had so far. This has been the highest high of the entire trip. Ted and I were having the best time of our lives.
Aw, friendship. Get on the ride. Ride. Are you serious?
What the hell? Make the sound. Do it, Elvis. Make the... Yeah! Leaving Galveston was like saying goodbye to a childhood friend. Ted and I had surely been changed for the rest of our lives from this experience. And after that, we headed for the night to New Orleans and walked around Bourbon Street. We had a great time drinking. Everything about this place was so much fun. Some days on a road trip across the country, you go to the best Rainforest Cafe of your life and you end the night in New Orleans. And some days, you drive 8 hours from New Orleans to Gainesville. And that's pretty much all that happens, and it's exhausting. No Rainforest Cafe today, no anything really. But road trip. So the plan for the day was to skip past the Orlando Rainforest Cafes and go all the way down Florida to Fort Lauderdale. But I can't stress enough, you're seeing a montage of this. I was so exhausted. It was 8 straight days, over 48 hours of driving.
Oh my God.
Pretty much nothing but sleep, driving, and Rainforest Cafes. It was like a woodpecker on my brain. I was so exhausted at this point. And it didn't help that the Fort Lauderdale Sawgrass Mills Rainforest Cafe was in another mall. Oh my God, it's another boring mall. Fun. Whoa. I got the Blue Mountain chicken sandwich. It was fine. The chicken was really dry, but when I went to the bathroom, I realized something interesting. I was away from friends and family, but wherever I went, these monkeys were here for me. They weren't just paintings on a wall at a jungle-themed restaurant across malls in America. No.
They were there to make you feel better and relax.
These monkeys were my friends. We'd been through stuff together. They were here for me no matter where I went. These were my pals. These were my boys. So I don't know a lot about the future of this trip, but I do know that my mental health is being held up by these monkeys on the wall. And that's how I know I'm doing fine. Arriving in Orlando was great. I got to see Chrissy again. We all got dinner with Drew and Amanda.
Am I in the shot?
Oh, yeah.
Am I in the shot?
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Am I in the shot?
Oh, you are totally.
Okay.
Yes.
Was
Delicious.
I in the shot during it?
This dinner was very cursed. Disney Springs was a very cool building. They had a volcano that shot fire.
Of course, you gotta have the extinguisher out there to blow out the fire.
And I was gonna get something healthy, but Drew pointed out on the menu that there was a $40 steak, and that usually isn't on the menu, so I bought a $40 steak at the Rainforest Cafe. We also tried a lot of appetizers because we were in a big group. There was a pepperoni flatbread that we were sure was just pizza, and we were correct. Finally, my steak came, and it was actually pretty good.
All right. I'm pretty sure Chef Ramsay would have his opinion on it, though.
I should note, it was pretty good for what I expected at the Rainforest Cafe. So after a big meal of appetizers and our own entrees, the waiter said, "The next time you see me, I'll have the check." And then he disappeared for 40 minutes. So we sat around hearing thunderstorm after thunderstorm. How do you feel about
Yeah. Leave a tip? Probably not. I don't know.
For 4 of the night for thunderstorms.
Easily the scariest one so far. The others, I was like, they're not even trying, but this is scary.
I'm shaking in my boots. I bought some boots and I'm shaking in them right now.
Those are really nice.
Yeah.
But you're shaking a lot.
Yeah, they come all the way up to my thigh.
Yeah, I like that.
And we were just very ready to get out of there. We're going to Disney.
Land.
After Disney Springs was the
Disneyland.
Rainforest Cafe just outside of Animal Kingdom, and they had a breakfast menu, which
Or probably Disney World. Which one is it? Probably Disney World.
means I didn't have to eat the normal menu for a day. We got breakfast sandwiches. They were pretty good. Ted got a Bloody Mary at 9 a.m. before we walked around Disney in the sun for the day. And then we just had fun at the park. And did you guys know that the Animal Kingdom park actually turned the Rainforest Cafe animatronics into like real things that walk around? I mean, the money that Disney has to make these animatronics. Look, it almost looks like it's eating off a tree. It was a really, really fun day at Disney. And afterwards, Chrissy and I got to go get some sushi, walk around the boardwalk, and I thought, man, this is such a great end to the trip. I had driven so much, we had accomplished a lot, and I just was ready to go home. Sorry, we're only about halfway through, but no, that can't. You must have miscounted. That there can't be more. That's too many. I'm already so fucking exhausted of this Rainforest Cafe, this safari fries. I can't eat a fucking another one. Let me just. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's oh shit. No. Oh god. Oh god. No. Don't make me keep going. Please don't make me keep going.
You must get on the Fury Road.
Shower. We have a
Get on the Fury Road.
big drive today. We are headed to the Nashville Rainforest Cafe. That's number 11. We got 2 days of driving left to work in New York City. And then we start the final stretch across the country. Once we start that final stretch, I'll feel maybe like I'm, headed home and not trapped doing the dumbest idea of all time. Because I don't know if you watched to this point and been thinking, this is a pretty smart idea. But actually, when you're in it, and it's 3 weeks of your life and you miss your girlfriend and you miss your apartment and your bed and your life, it starts to become, what's the word? Stupid, fucking, dumb, idiot, Dumbo idea. So, on to Nashville.
I misspoke in the last clip. This is the 10th Rainforest Cafe, so set me back 1 on the progress bar. I was very low energy. It's the 10th
This is like torture, man. I don't know if I could stomach that. I couldn't do it. No. I just don't have it in me.
Rainforest Cafe in 12 days, and also 11 a.m. However, Ted was not exactly where I was energy-wise.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness gravy. Oh, my goodness. Hot dog. Hot diggity dog.
Do you guys think that maybe I could ask the Rainforest Cafe people to dunk Ted headfirst in the tank and leave him there? Orty Mills was another Mills Rainforest Cafe. The mall looked near identical on the inside from like 8.
All malls are standard template constructs, all right? They all are the same. They're soulless. They only become more active and hip when you watch YouTube videos of people exploring abandoned malls or during a zombie apocalypse. But knowing today's economy and everything that's going on, pretty soon malls might not be a very good base of operations due to the fact that we're all ordering stuff from Amazon online or Costco online or Walmart online. Everything's online now. That's why all those great ECW fights for Black Friday are just like kind of like null and void. Who wants to go out there when you can just use your phone, just order the thing to come to your house? Seems a lot safer. People, listen, to the younger generation, Y'all don't know what Black Friday used to mean. A lot of retail workers got hurt, okay? And that hurts my soul because I used to be a retail worker back in the day, too.
Other malls we had been to. I lost count. I don't even know where I am anymore. We had about a couple of minutes to kill, so we went into this Nashville store and tried some hats on.
Wow.
Howdy, Darl.
So I got the Turkey Club, which I know is a bit boring to get it again, but I feel like death today from so many Rainforest cafes, so sandwich.
And my Turkey Club was fine. But before we left, I had something very important to do.
Yes.
You fart with that thing?
Ma'am, do you fart with that thing?
I don't mean to be crass, but can I see your mud flaps?
Today, Ted and I have our sights on yet another Rainforest cafe. I got to see this cat at the gas station. However, as you can see, I clearly caught this cat trying to park in a handicap spot. I got this on camera. I would like to press charges against this cat, or at least give him a violation. So we were on our way to Atlantic City, and something really, really bad happened. As we were driving, we passed over, I wouldn't describe it as a highway bump. You know those bits of the highway where there's a little bit of a guardrail and the pavement goes up like a tiny little bit and then goes back down. We went over it in the truck, and immediately the truck bounced like fucking crazy. Ted suggested we pull over. We pulled over to a service station in the middle of Delaware, and as Ted looked at the truck, he realized that the entire body of the truck was tilted to the left. This does not look good. Now, I don't know a lot about cars or trucks, so as we went back into the welcome center to call AAA, we were both unsure if this was the end of the trip.
Yeah, basically we're going over, I'm on a road trip right now, we're going over I was driving my truck and we went over a bump in the road, and I'm 90% sure, based on visually looking at it, that the front left shock like snapped.
So we had to cancel our reservations in Atlantic City and stay the night in Newark, Delaware.
So the tow company told Ted that they can only fit one person in a tow truck. So I'm gonna Uber. I'm out in the rain, but I'm trying to stay dry. As Ted is over there with the Tacoma as it gets loaded onto a tow truck.
We're getting the car towed.
And now we're splitting up and we're gonna meet at the hotel. Feels a bit weird, but just bye. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, bye, I guess. See you later.
So there's only one seat in there. I can't go with Ted, but it feels weird to just like abandon him with the tow truck and go back to the hotel by myself. This is so...
Had almost a similar situation happen to me in Philly a long time ago. Me and a couple of guys went to Philly, and the vehicle that we had almost had a huge mechanical failure. But thankfully, a kind soul came by and actually helped us out, and we were able to once again get back on the road and drive safely back home to Sweet Home Chicago. So, story for another day.
Stupid. This whole idea is so dumb, and you hear the idea and you're like, oh, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny if we went on this trip. And then you're on day 13 and you're in the rain and the truck breaks down and you don't know what you're gonna do. I have all my bags sitting here and I will be heading to the nearest hotel. I need to call an Uber or else I'm gonna be trapped at the Biden Welcome Center for the rest of my life. I don't feel very welcome, Joe. Delaware has not been welcoming so far, Joe. The estimate we got for fixing the truck was maybe around 2 days, which was not an option for us. Miraculously, the truck got fixed that afternoon, which was great, but the opposite of a miracle was us having to hit 2 Rainforest cafes in one day, 2 days in a row. So we quickly booked it to Atlantic City. We had mozzarella sticks and they were fine. All the
food is fine at the Rainforest Cafe. It's all just okay. We then drove all the way up to Edison, New Jersey, to the saddest Rainforest Cafe I've ever seen. The employees at other Rainforest Cafes said this is the worst one, and you can tell by the sign outside and the mall that it's in. Luckily, we were joined by Jakey and Fritz. I ordered a steak at the worst Rainforest Cafe because I thought it would be funny, and my steak was tiny. Here's my hand for scale, and it was also
Ew, looks so gross. Ew.
super dry.
Shout out Wayne Gretzky. The last little tear said everything, dude.
We went back to New York with Jakey and Fritz and had a great time, but got barely any sleep before we had to book it to the Niagara Falls Buffalo Rainforest Cafe. There we had a spinach dip, and it was one of the better things we had, but I'm so tired of being here. But at least Ted and I were done for the day and could— Wait, there's another one in Canada across the bridge? That's the Canada one? There's two at Niagara Falls? I have to eat another one today? Oh, God.
Yes, go to Canada. Come on, maybe the food's a lot better. You know, you never know.
God, we gotta go to Canada now? We were just denied entry into Canada because we did not have the proper information filled out. It's our fault, but we did it. And now we're doing round two, baby. Round two. My sanity is hanging on just by a thread. So lucky for me, the Canada Rainforest Cafe at Niagara Falls was pretty good. Apparently it is the only privately owned rainforest cafe, and they had a shark in their tank. Ted and I had—
Whoa, that's actually pretty cool right there.
Front row seats to these gorillas. And I got a plate of salmon that was by far the best thing that I've had at the Rainforest Cafe.
I would have to be shocked if, you know, because sometimes, you know, in these chain restaurants, like, the chefs don't care, but in other countries, maybe it's a little bit different. Like, you know, after all, McDonald's is different in different countries, you know?
Feels weird coming out of my mouth, but it was a good meal. This salmon was really, really good. It
like a quarter pounder. It's called a Royale with cheese.
Wasn't burnt. They wanted to stress that it wasn't burnt. That was the glaze on the side. But this is by far the #1 thing that I've had, and I don't think anything will top this. So Rainforest Cafe, you did it. You made one good plate of food that I consider to be better than Rainforest Cafe quality. Will I give it to the Rainforest Cafe company? No, because this one is privately owned. So it's really, the credit goes to, I guess, this one restaurant.
Careful there.
This is where I started to feel like I was living in Groundhog Day. We drove through more of Canada. We woke up. We drove into Michigan. Ate at a Rainforest Cafe. We drove some more. We stayed at my mom's place in Chicago.
Hey, sit down. That's my home. And I think I know what road he's on, actually. If this is what I think it is, okay. Hey, welcome to the city of Chicago.
But had to immediately leave to go to a Rainforest Cafe in Gurnee, Illinois. Oh my God,
Oh, that's right, because the one downtown did shut down. And it became the Hard Rock Cafe, I think. And then, oh yeah, so, Gurnee Mills, okay. Well, sorry I had to go through that, man. At least give your mom a hug, all right? And folks, listen, you know, this last year was rough on me, and I guess 2024 is not going to let up on me either. But cherish the time with your loved ones, your family members. Give them a hug. Put down the smartphone. Put down the iPad. That stuff can wait. Give them a call. Tell them you love them. Trust me on it. It matters more than you realize.
I have to go to another one. Luckily, we were joined by my good friend, Danny Gonzalez, and I was very happy to see him, even though I was not very happy to be back at another Rainforest Cafe already.
You buy me a souvenir?
Yeah, do you want to get one maybe that says Danny? You want them?
I want this one.
I bet there's one that says Danny if you want. Okay.
They all say Megan.
Sorry, did you say they all say
Megan?
Megan?
They all say Megan, and so that's what I want.
Ted and Danny were having a pretty good time. Listen, I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired of this fucking menu. I got the Korean spicy stir fry. It was okay.
You'll make it.
The rice was really hard. The chicken was dry. There was way too much sauce at the bottom. And when I went to the bathroom, there were animals there, but my monkey friends weren't there. My monkeys weren't in the bathroom. Do you understand why that's a problem? Look at them. They know I'm having a bad time. They're watching me and laughing. They think I'm a joke. Ted and Danny were having a blast. I can understand it for Danny. This is his first Rainforest Cafe. Ted, however, how is he enjoying this? This is number 16. So then
the Emperor strengthens his spirit. You must believe in your faith of the God Emperor, and he will push you through it. Though going to every single Rainforest Cafe, I wouldn't do it. No, not me. Not yours truly.
We said bye to Danny. It was really good seeing him, and headed for another Rainforest Cafe. The next Rainforest Cafe at Mall of America is the original Rainforest Cafe, the reason for all of this. And after driving 5 more hours, we finally arrived at the original source of the Rainforest Cafe. This was my final boss, because every Rainforest Cafe that has ticked a full year off my life has been located in a mall. And not only is this the original place, it's the biggest mall there is in America.
Mall of America.
This fucking Rainforest Cafe stood for everything that was standing in my way from going home. We came up on the sign again, and look at them. They're laughing at me. Maya, Iggy, Bamba, Cha-Cha, Rio, and Niall. They knew I was forced to eat this damn menu again. Stuff my face with safari fries. To have these fucking mozzarella sticks again because Ted ordered them for the billionth time. And speaking of Ted, look at him. Look at him enjoying himself. This is the 17th Rainforest Cafe out of 18.
Yes.
How is he not losing his fucking mind? All I can hear is the rainforest. I can hear the elephants when I go to sleep. When I close my eyes, I see them. I see them laughing at me. I can't do another Rainforest Cafe. I just can't fucking do it. Okay, so maybe I got a little carried away yesterday. Rainforest was kind of getting to my head a little bit there. Sorry. But I am...
I'd be a little crazy too.
Happy to say that there is only one Rainforest Cafe left that I will ever have to go to again. But it's all the way in Vegas, so Ted and I made the trip across the country. We saw the Jolly Green Giant, who was very giant himself, but didn't have his own Jolly Green Giant, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, where? It's not there. Well, Jolly Green, how do you do?
The man's, he's got no cock and balls. We then drove through Nebraska, through the Rocky Mountains, which was beautiful. We then camped in the desert near Arches National Park, and on the next day, I woke up in the best mood of my life. Today was the final day that I would have to go eat at a Rainforest Cafe, and I even had the pleasure of meeting one of my heroes at the gas station.
Ooh.
Hi, Lightning. I'm a big fan. So as we arrived to Vegas, I was on top of the world. We got into an Uber and headed for the final Rainforest Cafe. Ted and I decided to celebrate by finally getting the most famous item on the menu, the volcano cake. Watching it arrive to the table was as joyous as I could only assume looking at your child for the first time is. So I got a spoonful ready, and as it hit my mouth, it was very sweet. It was super sweet. But I didn't care, because as I was finishing up, I realized that I was done. It was over. And the only thing left to do was say goodbye to all my pals. Goodbye, gorilla. Goodbye, bird. Goodbye, Tracy Tree.
Ew.
Goodbye, gorilla. Goodbye, monkey.
Technically a chimpanzee.
Goodbye, gorilla. Goodbye, gorilla. Stepping out into the super hot Vegas air was one of the best feelings I've ever felt in my life. 3 whole weeks, 18 Rainforest cafes checked off the list. Ted and I had done the impossible, and I'm assuming we set a world record, but I don't know if there's a record that they were measuring for this, but I'm pretty sure we're the first to do this. So we had an incredible night in Vegas. We ended that night with a quiet moment in front of the Bellagio fountain, reflecting on the journey.
Well, hey, yo, Planet Hollywood. I was talking about that early in the video. Good to see you around, baby. Planet Hollywood. I missed you.
We'd been on. And finally, after 21 days, it was time to go home. Home sweet home. Oh, shit. So, I am now back from my journey across the country. And to be honest, even though this bit was very dumb, I'm really proud of what me and Ted have done over the last 3 weeks. We got to travel the country and see so many amazing parts of it, meet a lot of really cool new people, see family and friends. But I think at the heart of all of it, the big thing that shines through is the Rainforest Cafe. Not only is the ambiance of every restaurant incredible, but really what it's all about is the food. The Iggy's Piggy sandwich, the Mojo Bones, the Creole mac and cheese. It nourished me on the road trip in ways that I could only describe as food or in my stomach. So I have to thank you, Rainforest Cafe, for being such a friend to me during this trip across the country. Because really, you were the best part of all of it. And on that note, I should say that I'm lying. Oh my god, I will never step foot in a Rainforest Cafe ever again if I have to see one of those animatronics or eat a safari fry again. The safari fries, they're just fries. You can't just put safari in front of something and make it a new food. It's just a fry.
Well, I think he reached his breaking point. That's okay, folks. All right. There's a lot to take away from this. First of all, I love that they went to Chicago. It was sad that we couldn't see the city of Chicago. After all, we are Chicago Reacts. I feel a little bit slighted here, but at least he got a chance to say hello to his mother. And, you know, listen, folks, that family does hit close to home, especially after 2023 and even now. Spend time with your family. Trust me on it. It'll matter. Spend time with your friends. Trust me on it. It matters. Take care of the people you love. Trust me on it. It freaking matters. But on top of that, what a great video. I don't think I would have the stomach to go through with that unless I really had a dedicated team and resources to, you know, to do that kind of, you know, huge kind of road trip because gas ain't cheap. Not in this economy. Remember when money used to mean something? I do, and so does Petridge Farm. But nonetheless, as we push forward into, I think we're now done with the second week of 2024. So when you see this video, it's going to be a little bit after the second week, but I hope that 2024 has been treating you well. Eddy Burback, you did a great video. I felt your pain. You're made out of stronger stuff than me, and to that, I salute you. So I urge everyone, the original link is in the description box below, so please support the original content creator. Give them the views. Give them the likes. It's the right thing to do, and I expect all of you hip, cool cats to do that. If you've been to a Rainforest Cafe, regale us with your stories. If you've done something similar like what Eddy Burback did, like if you went to a chain of restaurants, McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or KFC or Popeye's Chicken, they don't count. I mean, I'm talking about something like Rainforest Cafe. And to all the other people out there, if you remember Planet Hollywood, like I do, when I was a young kid, oh, the 90s, what an innocent era. Oh, if I could go back. If you remember Planet Hollywood, type in the comment section below. Until then, you hip, cool cats, drink water, be safe, keep your heads on a swivel, and much love to all of you. Peace and take care.